I'm proud to be American.
Freedom. Freedom.
This is the birthplace of American freedom. So today, it's hard to imagine a better city to be in than Philadelphia.
Like where it all began.
250 years ago to the date.
This July 4th, an array of drums and flags beat back the extreme heat in celebration of our nation's 250th birthday.
Other countries aren't free to share what they believe.
I love this country. I'm ready to run through a brick wall today. I woke up and I was already pumped.
We found enough energy
We have petitioned
and excitement to start an American revolution,
to be free.
or at least recall one. Here, 250 years ago in 1776, the Declaration of Independence was adopted, declaring us free from the rule of Great Britain and laying out our fundamental rights.
Here it is. Beautiful and bold.
And on this historic ground, people waited in line for hours to go inside Independence Hall and see where those words defining American freedom were fashioned by our founding fathers.
To be in the same room.
Is this worth it to you?
This is worth it in so many ways. I'd wait 10 to 12 hours to go in there on a day like today.
Across the land, America's 250th birthday was festive, draped in red, white, and blue, pointing us to founding principles, recalling founding fathers. And in Philadelphia, just one block from Independence Hall, a message from the Holy Father, Pope Leo XIV.
I join you in asking God's blessings upon America's future.
In a live video address, our first American Pope accepted the Liberty Medal from the National Constitution Center for his work to promote religious freedom. A packed crowd listened as Leo reflected on the country's founding and the Declaration's claim that all men are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
That claim is ultimately grounded in an understanding of the human person, inspired by the great biblical vision of man and woman being created in the divine image. It is indeed here that we discover the basis of human dignity, dignity which precedes the establishment of any state and whose custody constitutes its very purpose.
In attendance, the city's mayor, the governor of Pennsylvania, religious leaders, and Archbishop Nelson Perez of Philadelphia.
Archbishop, what struck you about the Pope's remarks?
His love for humanity and his desire that we all understand that we know that we are created in the very image and likeness of God, and that our human dignity is a gift from God, not really given by any state. It's inherent in our nature.
And the Archbishop told us about some of the current threats to human dignity.
How we understand life itself and how we treat a child at conception and how we treat at the other end of life, those who are ill, right? Because life is a gift from God, and it's not for us to define that. It's not for us to define that. And everything that's in the middle. How do we treat our immigrants? How do we treat our neighbors?
What will the next 250 years look like? Will this nation work to respect those unalienable rights, the life and liberty of each person? Throughout this summer, we've heard from those who believe it all starts with going back to the source.
I feel full of hope for all that the Lord wants to do in our nation, and all the people that we walk by throughout the route, all the people that get to encounter Jesus in the Eucharist.
In late May, the National Eucharistic Pilgrimage took off from St. Augustine, Florida, making stops along the East Coast, visiting historic sites significant to our nation and the Catholic faith. The theme, One Nation Under God.
What do you love about America, about this country?
Our freedom, our ability to have these kind of marches.
Fittingly, this national pilgrimage concluded with a procession through Philadelphia July 4th weekend.
It's an amazing thing. It's 250 years of freedom, and the real freedom is down there, the Holy Eucharist.
Christ's true presence in the Eucharist helped tie together the message Pope Leo had begun in Philadelphia. 2 days after his remarks at the National Constitution Center,
Perhaps you have even experienced for yourselves a hunger for the living bread that came down from heaven.
Pope Leo's pre-recorded video at the closing Mass of the National Eucharistic Pilgrimage offered an important reminder of the Eucharistic heritage embodied by missionaries and American saints and how it must live on in this country.
This heritage, far from being forgotten, must continue to serve as source of both renewal and unity.
After receiving the Eucharist at the Cathedral Basilica of Saints Peter and Paul, participants followed Christ into the streets and summer heat as the procession headed northeast through the city on its way to the shrine of St. John Neumann, a Philadelphia bishop in the mid-1800s who lived a strong Eucharistic faith and continues to hear our prayers today. We met John, named after the saint, who had a personal account.
I was not supposed to live for more than 10 days. And my mother prayed to him, and here I am, 67 years later. St. John Neumann just means the world to me.
In this crowd, we met Grace, who traveled up with her family from Miami. They joined this pilgrimage in multiple states along the way.
Tell me why you're here.
I'm here because I wanted to experience this beautiful opportunity of being so close to Jesus.
And Michael, a Philadelphia local, shared how anyone can experience the Eucharistic presence of Jesus in their local Catholic church.
And sometimes it's really in those quiet moments that you encounter him the closest.
As this national pilgrimage wrapped up in the city of brotherly love, where American freedom took root, there was a reception offering time to eat, share, and reflect.
Why do you like to be Catholic?
Because I get to follow the one true God.
I could say for me, the Eucharist is the best thing that ever happened in my life. God has given me so much fire, so much power, so much anointing.
We can't do it alone, so through the Eucharist we can then bring our smiles and our Christ-like personhood to those that we encounter.
Franciscan friar Father Mike Herlihy has served as a chaplain throughout the last 2 summers of the National Eucharistic Pilgrimage.
I have never felt like a disciple of Jesus Christ more in my life. This pilgrimage, it was just so powerful, and experiencing the people coming to Jesus. To see the people celebrate in different ways, the processions, the music that's being played, the various devotionals that are being prayed, and seeing that done all and up and down the coast here on the 250th anniversary of our country. I get to see how Catholicism is lived in various parts of our country. It makes me proud to be Catholic.
Wow. Proud to be Catholic here in America. In Philadelphia for the 250th, Mark Irons, EWTN News in Depth.